ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for more Dota action. That's right, another day, another Dota here with the ESL One Mumbai 2019 SEA qualifiers. That is right, got plenty of action here. That's right, Mumbai. What a place to go. I don't think we'll go. We get to watch
India?
from home. That is indeed India, and you might hear a voice there, folks. You know who that is?
It's very far away, man.
It is very far away, and so are you, because we're not together in the studio. That's right. I'm Killer Pigeon. This is Lizard. We are finally back together casting. It feels like we're waiting forever at a time, Liz. You know,
every minute feels like a lifetime without you, baby.
it's heartbreaking. It's like people just want, they take us individually. They don't take us together. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You're missing out on the power couple. I like that. Someone tweeted us power couple.
Yeah,
good statement.
Definitely should. I don't know what people are thinking, honestly. But you know what? Going to Mumbai would be fun with you, know, to the distant lands of India, to the faraway lands.
Yeah, very exotic. I'd be up for that. I mean, I don't know if I'd fly there ourselves. Yeah, we need some sort of sponsor, okay? We need to find some organization that represents power coupling.
I don't think I'll fly there on my own either. That shit's expensive, yo.
It is pretty expensive. I went on some interviews down in Kuala Lumpur, which is not too much further, and that they paid something like £700 for the flight. It's like crazy. I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm not paying that price.
That's a lot.
It costs similar to go to Canada.
Anyways, we're here casting a game, Pigeon.
We missed so much of the draft due to the ads. I was like, what's the point now, right? We've seen most of this. How are you feeling about Pangolier being so central in the meta right now?
I mean, +4 damage to him really made him a decent laner, and Pango moving from that offlaner into midder most of the time was also a very, very good thing for him. This game around, I don't think he's going to be mid. He's going to be offlane. Kunkka is going to be that mid hero, but overall though, yeah, I'm glad for our little boy Pango. You maybe you remember how much I hated this hero because he was just garbage. He was useless for like a really, really long time. So I'm happy that he can actually work right now, and that the hero is actually decent. So
he's maybe a little bit over the top, right? Like with the lucky shot, I think is the thing most people hate.
No doubt about it. He is a bit. It's not. I mean, it's the lucky shot plus the itemization that you get on Pango really boosts your team. You get that Maelstrom first to farm a bit, and then you just go Greaves into whatever. So that utility is always helpful. And you as a hero do not really. You don't, how to call it. You don't struggle after buying those Greaves. You know, they're actually nice for you as well. So overall, I like the hero. When we look at everything else, though, TNC has one mean lineup of their own as well. They have EU standing in. Is he, or is he now a part?
He is. So I'm not sure if they made it permanent yet, but they did have to say goodbye to Injabuki. Yes,
that's sad. But
yeah, he I think he left after the Dream League qualifiers. He said, yeah.
EU is still legit, though. He's pretty good. Are we seeing? I mean, Armel is gonna be most likely that midder. I'm not certain if you wanna lane Ember versus Kunkka that much, but Armel is just one of those guys that wins disadvantages lanes, at least in his own region. When he moves out of his region, he's still good. He's still very talented, but he needs better matchups. When it comes to everyone else, though, like Troll and Chaos Knight, heroes that are pretty good right now on those core positions. Tim's is gonna be the 5, right? Is with the Magnus. Or Shadow Demon.
You
right?
won't be playing the Shadow. Surely you want Shadow Demon's 5, Magnus is 4, right? Because like I'm thinking which one does a lot with a little bit of gold, right?
Yeah, I agree with you, but I don't always agree with the fact that Magnus has to be that 4. Magnus does not need a lot. Perhaps Arcane Boots, and that's it. As a support, yeah, getting that Blink Dagger to have those RPs is always very nice, but it's not your necessity, as that Blink Dagger usually gets in a bit late. However, in their team right now, they don't have a whole lot of initiation besides Ember Spirit, so getting that Blink Dagger on Magnus would be probably good, so I'd agree with you. Overall, Chaos Knight was nerfed a bit, but he's still pretty strong. as a core. And besides that, I just want to say that I like the other draft too, Barracks. Happy on Lashrak is this hero is really good right now. Lashrak with Edict buffs, like he just runs you down. This stuff is amazing.
Yeah, that was actually an insane damage increase, right? Because it looks so small at the face of it, and then you realize you got to times those numbers by 40. So you gain an extra 80 damage at level 1, for example, which is it's pretty bonkers.
Yeah, and that damage is physical, so it's pretty nice early on. Early on in the game, physical damage is just amazing. So, versus low armor heroes, and just running them down.
So is the big concern for TNC, because this was the final pick on the Ember, right? And I was a little bit surprised with the Disruptor already being on the field, because you can screw him over with the Static Storm, of course.
Yeah, you have Disruptor, you have Void, but if you're comfortable on the hero, on Ember Spirit, you can dodge everything. You can dodge the Glimpse with your Remnant, you can dodge the Chrono. So overall, they have catch, but even X marks the spot is easy to dodge for a seasoned Ember player.
That so overall, was the interesting point, actually. Like, tell us a bit more about this match, because like I've seen this a few times. I think it used to be more even, right? But with braces coming in the way they have and the match resistance, is this more Kunkka favored now?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think Kunkka just dominates this lane, and eventually Ember is forced to just rotate and create space for his team. But again, it's all about the players, and Armel is just one of those guys he's gonna mess with the equilibrium of the lane. He's gonna find his last hits, he's gonna find his levels, he's not gonna struggle way too much. We might see like a 5 to 10 CS discrepancy between these two, and that's about it. Like I don't think any more is gonna happen. When it comes to rotations, well, both of these teams are kind of fine, I guess. Not great. Magnus cannot really do a whole lot to Kunkka. You can go behind him with those boots and skewer him into a tower, perhaps, but Kunkka is just so tanky. It's unlikely that he's gonna die. On the other hand, you have this Lashrak who might rotate behind the Ember and perhaps combo a stun with the Torrent.
Overlay is a little bit out of place. There we go. Now it doesn't look stupid. Nice. Are we ready to go? Yeah, it seems we've got a pause going on.
Yet. You see what Armel is doing, by the way. I just wanna recommend every single player that plays mid right now and that has a hero with Quelling Blade. Just go to this side of your tower and eat all the trees. Like, can you see me drawing? You can't.
No, we can't in the pause menu. I'm basically highlight. I know what you're talking about, right? So you do it here when you're on the Radiant side. Even on the Dire side, like doing it here isn't a bad idea.
Yeah. No, it's not a bad idea. It's great. Eating those trees basically can save you from some ganks, because people usually want to come around those trees from the offlane and sneak around to either kill your courier or you. So getting that vision from the tower is really legit. I wonder if Armel is gonna do more, or if he just ate 1-3 for the lols. Nah,
he's just occupying his time, you know. He's bored.
He created a joke spot basically, and that's it.
Because we do some. I think I've seen a few mids get rid of these trees as well.
Yeah, those as well. I get rid of those every single time. I think it's so advantageous to you. I don't know why people won't do it more often. Anyway, we have a Magnus rotating in. But,
they can't really do too much. They're zoning out for the runes. In the bottom lane, they've already been pushed out as well. You know what it is, Liz? Give it a few more months, and everyone will be doing what you're talking about in the mid, right? This is that occasion again. Do you remember how this happened with your juke spot in the bot lane down here?
Yeah. I know, but that juke spot was it's an old juke spot, and I was just surprised no one was using it more often, because it's so good. But when it comes to mid, every now and then I see players start doing it, and then they stop. I don't know if there's a reason why they stop that I do not know. Maybe because it's harder for them to juke as well or something, but it does show up every now and then. Players do start doing it and then they just stop. Maybe they forget as well. I'm not certain, honestly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, in this scenario when you're up against a Kunkka, is there really that much difference? You need those extra juke spots and then keep the trees up because he's going to torrent. He'll either hit you or he won't. He'll hit the X. Yeah, I don't see like a huge advantage in keeping the trees up in this sort of matchup.
Look at this bottom lane, man. They're already
no.
punching this Leshrac super hard.
Puppy's taking a lot of damage, actually. If he gets 2 more stacks on him, he's dead.
He needs 2 more stacks, though. Oh,
he can't get it. Hey, going in for the next one. Oh, he gets it as well.
One more.
Puppy, he's fast. Is he fast enough? That's 5. He's dead. First blood gets drawn, and he'll pick up a 1 or a stick rather after the fact, but would have preferred it before.
Yeah, I mean, that was really well played from them. They tried to, they tried to block the creep so that he has to farm under the tower, but they instantly punished them for that. So very well done by TNC. TNC.
Is that what they're called now? TNC. Like it. It's got a little bit oomph to it.
If it was Bosnian, it would be TNC.
Would it not be Tunka?
Nah. We don't switch C into K. Slavs don't do that.
I think we just got Tints. Tints would be over here. We don't hold the at the end.
Top lane, this disruptor is trying to juke the Magnus, and he's doing it very well so far. But he's stunned though,
and he might die here. A big crit coming out. Cuckoo needs 1 more tap. The Chaos Strike's coming off cooldown. Spaceman's dead. Oh, Flash coming out. Tim's getting low. Time walk forward, but there's the stun to stop the pursuit.
Yeah, now he has no time walk to get rid of all the damage that he took. So that was pretty good. Overall, if you check out other lanes, like mid lane, you can see that Ember isn't really struggling too hard. They're keeping up.
He's doing pretty well, actually. And I think he might not suffer as much as we originally expected because of the Flame Guard and the way that a Kunkka has to level, right? Because you can't max out Torrent.
It does change with levels, though. As Kunkka gets a few levels, it does change a bit, but there's EU rotating in. He's only level 1, though. There isn't really a whole lot that he can do.
He's got haste range, he's got to zone him out. He should know there's a ward around there on the bottom runes because of that as well, because Kunkka did back up. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, looking at so far, Troll does have a lead, but Pangolin not doing too bad. The problem is, how do you really stop Gabby from farming? I mean, you've got that melee mode, you've got that Quillen Blade.
Yeah, Troll is just way too hard to zone out. As long as you have one support next to him, he should be super fine. As long as the Shadow Demon does not completely abandon him and go top or something like that.
What do you think the skill build is going to be for the Pangolier here? Do you think he just puts like 1 point in the shield crash, then maxes the other 2 up?
Yeah, pretty much. The casual one, the standard one.
Oh, hey, you having a little bit of a kiss.
I see people maxing out shield crash as well earlier on. Well, not the biggest fan.
It's good nuke damage, but at the end of the day, right, especially against a hero like Troll, like doubling your lucky shot duration, pretty strong. I think this mid lane is just genuinely going to be a race towards 6, and it looks like Kunkka will have a slight edge, but he'll have to strike fast once he reaches it. He should have a big edge.
You can see that Ember has 17 CS now, so just keeping up. Not even as badly as I thought he would be. Like 5 CS, the difference isn't even happening. It's more like 2 CS.
I think it's the XP though, right? Because you look at the XP difference. It's very clear that Kunkka's going to hit 6 first.
Yeah, I mean, Kunkka just denies a bit better, and it's hard to deal with him when it comes to denies. Shadow Demon is also pretty decent versus Leshrac, by the way, because every time Lesh goes on you with Edict, you can just disruption him and run. So it's also a good save versus the stuns.
Tim's just bodyguarding the rune here. It's a big loss for the Kunkka. Amel will say thank you very much there.
Yeah, I love what Kunkka was trying to do there, though. If you saw, he was pumping his attack on the creeps. In case Ember picked up the region and used it immediately, he tried to destroy it with Cleave. So quick thinking by him. Sadly, though, the Kunkka just leaves the room. The Ember just leaves the room for now. He's waiting for his bottle to come in.
Quite an important thing to highlight as well. It's the type of thing that a lot of people overlook, right? It's like you saw players on both sides. Tim's bodyguarding the rune like that. He's always got the skewer to get the Kunkka away, so he can't afford to go for the rune. And then, of course, as you said, just hanging around trying for the Tiebringer. You're down the low ground anyway. Tim's just looking to harass up on Azure. And Azure does not really have much in the way of regen either.
Yeah, he doesn't, but He has one tango and one tango in the stash. He's pretty tanky. Armel is like half of a level behind him, so he's fine. Top lane Void is getting very low. One crit.
Back away, but Cuckoo chasing the south was forced. A nice juke out from Ifrit to make sure he doesn't burst his south.
And bot lane Puppy actually.
Yeah, Huppy's really low. He's going to go down to the poison. And actually, Godlike just has to walk away.
What's up with these pauses, teams?
It's a Huppy pause, dude.
I wasn't saying teams, I was saying teams, like both teams. What are you doing? But happy pauses are happy pauses.
But it's not quite what the Westerners do. It's different reasons.
Yeah.
The difference between a Huppy and a puppy pause is one is tactical and one is technical. Okay.
Look at these stacks as well on the Radiant jungle. Magnus has made a lot of stacks with that Empower. They're gonna be able to clear them.
He got the... Yeah, he has got the point shockwave. Which is interesting, because he hasn't taken a single power in power yet, but by having that shockwave point, he's been able to do those stacks, basically.
Yeah, he's gonna get Empower now. I think he's gonna be maxing it out from now on.
I like this approach, though. This is different to what we see. This Ember is going to accelerate pretty hard once he moves over to the jungle with a little bit of power on him.
No, they're gonna create some stacks with Shadow Beam, perhaps, now, too. So overall, they're really preparing themselves. They're top lane.
Skew top. Spaceman going to be dragged back, but Cuckoo interrupted the time dilation when he didn't have the stun. And now the stun's coming out of Tims. He'll go down. The kinetic field doesn't connect on the Cuckoo. They get the kill they were looking for, and it was the aggression out of TNC that gets punished.
Oh, that was pretty well played by Mr. Spaceman, baiting them, and then pretty well played by Void to get those bashes, because it's not luck, it's just pure skill.
You just got to time it. You just fake it out until it's right. I kind of miss that that's disappearing, right? Like, it used to be that way with Chaos Knight. You try and fake the crits, and you can still do it Wraith King though, right? Because you can get there's a sword that has the spin animation. I am ashamed to say I was one of the people that would jungle Wraith King using that when you can insta-kill creeps.
What's happening top lane though? Are they gonna insta-kill Cuckoo?
They might. It's level 6 on Azure. He's trying to move in. It's level 1x though. There it is coming out. Boat's coming in. There is a T3 response. Sun goes out in the face. Void a drag back. Should be enough for the torrent at the spot. Kinetic field put down. Armel activates Flame Guard. Does have the remnants to work with. Needs to be careful with the time dilation, slowing him down though. We'll just look to back up.
He doesn't have chains. It's the new Ember build, right? With the maxed out Sleight of Fist.
It feels so weird to do this as well. Oh, actually goes for a kill on Spaceman. Finds it. Armel needs to move away though. They've got the X, but they throw out the Chrono. Locks in the Kunkka as well. So Armel, can he actually get away? He might be able to. The Remnant forward moves away. And nice zoning out from the other two on the side of TNC. It's going to be a skew back. Tims pushes the Void on the tower. Reality Rip to lock him in place to make sure he doesn't escape.
Man, this new the 0-4-2 build on Ember is just ridiculous.
It's that cooldown. It's insane.
Yeah, that cooldown. You just spam it out all the time. The supports just melt. It's weird to see a support versus this build. Look at that.
On Tim's. No, Tim's stuck. He's stuck.
Alright.
That was not part of the plan.
Leshrac is coming over. Kunkka as well. They know
what's up. Yeah, and the timing on the stack, they can actually take it all.
They're gonna take it.
Doesn't connect.
Oh,
AU's trying to defend it, but I mean, Kunkka just turn around and get his value out of the stack right now if he wants to. AU going to be chased away. Connectfield's going to be there. He does use the disruption to buy himself in time, but the real disruption is from the disruptor.
Yep, and Azure, he did get the stacks, so he's super happy about that, and now they can
get the other one as well.
Yeah, they'll take the hard one.
They need to stop this, but the boat's already there, which means it's going to clear the camp, and all that value that TNC had been stacking up just got punished.
I mean, this is just MVP Spaceman right now. The reason why they managed to take these stacks is because of the ward that he put on the cliff like 3 minutes ago. You can see it right next to him here. So
the huge priority on Vision up here as well, right? Because they got one behind the tower. They just want to control this like upper quadrant of the map.
Yeah, very aggressive wards coming from Dara, but very justified as well, because they learned that they're gonna stack with Empower, so
that means there's a lot more pressure on Gabby right now, because you were hoping to give your Ember this acceleration out of the laning phase, right? But now there's a lot more pressure on your hour lanes, I want to say. Your Ember can't easily deliver like he would have.
Yeah, he was definitely slowed down a bit there, but not necessarily too much. Like, he's still a third when it comes to net worth, so it's like he's still gonna be super fine. I've seen Embers with this build that struggle in the laning stage and still come back. Let this Leshrac on the bottom lane might fall.
He's looking pretty dead right now.
I'm not certain Embers saw him yet. Now he will.
Yeah, he'll realize.
Level 1 chains.
They lock him in place, but he has to back away because the damage coming out.
Yeah, you can't blame top lane.
Oh, going in. Actually, they forced the Phantasm out. Cuckoo locked in, will drag himself out on the Spaceman, but he needs to move away. The Fairy Fire activated. Taking a lot of damage, going to move forward. Time Warp. Will allow him to get the kill with the bash. Didn't even need to use the glimpse.
Yeah, that glimpse just sent his dead body back to his family.
Just to provide him for the funeral pyre. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Armel, he's just been playing with this disco pony the whole time, and he's found nothing for it. He'll get the runes, but that's not what you want from your mid. You want more out of him than this.
Yep, he was just securing the runes at this point. He realized he can't kill the Lash, so just stuck around to take the bounties. At least one bounty, the other one is not taken, but they do have haste on Ember now.
I think Disco Pony might be dead this time, Adme. I don't know if he gets away from this.
Yeah, there's 3 of them around, but he has to be careful. There's a void with the chrono. He can port in. He has low HP though. They know where Lash is. They should know at least. He's gonna use a stun eventually to give his position away.
Yeah, there's the TP coming in from the Kunkka. And the Disrupt as well. The tower's already down, but now the X is going to come out. They do Disrupt, but Gabby's already been locked in place. They can follow up the split if they want. But nope, Gabby will just be able to walk away. Takes a lot of damage. Going to be a Remnant across, doing a lot. There's the Battle Trance activate, the Glimpse away. But the Leshrac is already dead, and Gabby's starting to heal up, but not enough. They'll be able to turn around the Tiebreak and kill him off. And now, need to move away with the Side Storm and the use of the Chrono thrown out to ensure the death of Armel.
Yeah, perfect usage. Armel maybe had an opportunity to use his Spirit while he was Sleight of Fisting, but he didn't have a Spirit anywhere on the map, so he just falls. That is a Kunkka boat, a Chrono, and Disruptor Zolt static Storm used, so it is a bit of space on the other sides of the map. But this team's Magnus is just stacking. He still continues stacking up. That's his job.
I guess his gold. Through kills, just gonna get some stack gold out of this. Not really big stacks. Gabby just needs to keep farming. He has got the flats now. We'll see item pick up for the Chaos Knight. He's going towards that Midas.
I mean, to be honest, in this situation, I'd rather have your Shadow Demon be a 4 to get more levels, to get Atherlance so that he can disrupt in the Chrono at any given point, or disrupt X marks the spot. Like, even a Blink Dagger on him is so huge. Defensively. Offensively, yeah, Blink on Magnus is most likely better, but
I think they're just trying to simplify the usage of the Shadow Demon, right? Because you've got a Chaos Knight in team. You use the disruption on him, get more illusions, you think you're good to go. But yeah, it's not been working out so far. In fact, I don't think those two have actually matched up to go and kill someone yet.
So far, they haven't. So far, CK has been just left on his own on top to farm. And now he's not really that alone any longer, but he doesn't know that. There's a 3-man rotation coming his way. And the Lash pushing in
a broken place, and now they're going to break his face. They put down the ward. They'll know where he is. Huku's in for a surprise. There's a Static Storm being thrown down. Torrent drawback, holds him on the spot, and they'll just run him through.
Yeah, he instantly pings out the ward though, so the dead giveaway is that no one ran into him. They just instantly posted the ward. They instantly just used the ulti, the Static Storm. So the ward is going to be pinged out and devoured, which is a small prize for TNC.
Yeah, if TNC still had a coach, I think that coach after this game would be telling them about Barracks' kind of over-obsession with this top area, right? Like we've seen this ward, this one up top. You've also had one on the cliff. They're very obsessed.
They're obsessed because... Okay, this Shadow Demon.
AU shouldn't be here farming, and he'll learn why.
He had sticks and he had Fairy Fire. Could have survived maybe.
Spaceman in trouble. We'll use the Glimpse to get Gabby away, but Spaceman taking too much damage from Cuckoo.
I love how those axes flew back to Troll on the other side of the map. Anyway, yeah, they're obsessed around this top lane because they know that Magnus is stacking. So you want to be contesting those stacks. You don't want to have a hero AFK for 8 minutes and then, like, you don't want that to pay off, definitely, for TNC. You want to at least steal the stacks if you haven't stopped him from stacking them.
Do you think this is maybe why the Magnus picking that everyone was expecting fell out so quickly? Is because the Magnus team is forced to stack, right, to get value. and you can always steal it. Like, we already see a lot of teams not stack at the moment.
It's partly that, and the fact that he just does not do a lot in the laning stage. There are so many other heroes that do more than Magnus. Yeah, you have the skewer to work around with, but it's so difficult. Like, there are heroes that are much easier to, like, their spells are much easier to execute, and you don't have to rely on a blink dagger later on. Like, your Earth Spirit, he can always roll in. He can, instead of itemizing for blink dagger, he can get himself like a vessel or something that his team is going to benefit from.
As you're in the mid lane, going to Gabby here. Throw out the bow, it will connect. The turn up there, Stack Storm is down. Gabby, they need to kill him quick enough, but they can't. On the side, it's going to be a lockdown in place. Pangolier will fall. Armel jumps in with the remnants, and Azure down to half HP already. Going to be a glimpse away to get the Ember away. Cuckoo, pretty deep, needs to move away from this. Disrupt's going to be on the track. Another Chrono, only 3 heroes. Can they do enough damage here? RP looking to follow up the split off. Should be there. Hits on the one. Now the torrent up in the end. RP used. Armel can't turn around though. Runs out of help, but Gabby cleans up. They'll move across on Azure as well. It's going to be a complete team wipe, and all it cost them was their Ember.
Amazing RP, amazing Ember play there, and yeah, Ember is the only one that falls, but it doesn't really matter. He dishes out so much damage first. CK also dodged that Chrono very well, very nicely. I don't think he was aiming at dodging the Chrono, as he was running away from Edict in a different direction, and that's it. But still, regardless, very good fight from him.
I think this is one of the drawbacks of that the Shrek support role, right? It's like the way it kind of plays in these protracted fights, right? Imagine if he had enough regen to keep pumping out his ultimate.
He's actually not building... I don't think it's his ultimate that much, honestly. In this part of the game, it's all about his Edict. Ulti is nice, but his Edict is what matters. And he's not going for Atos, though, which is surprising me, because Yules in this game, I mean, it's alright. You can mess with Ember's shield, I suppose. But I'd much rather have Atos on him. He tanks you up a bit. And it also is a catch for you to set up that stun easier. I mean, you can do it with Yules, obviously. It's not difficult, but... I don't know, I just like the Atos more right now.
I guess you could also kite out the troll, right? You could also kite out the troll, right? Like, he used Battle Trance, use them in the air.
Yeah, that's good. Yules is definitely great versus trolls. So maybe that's the reason. Does make sense.
He has already got Sanjin Yasha, so you have to expect that stats resistance build to come out. Top lane, gonna be a move in. Godlike with the roll through on the roll thunder and locked on the spot. Cuckoo can't do anything but die. They're gonna chase through. They will see AU as well. Cuckoo getting pretty low, gonna come across the swashbuckle, and he does get the proc of the javelin in the end.
Maybe they can glimpse the Shadow Demon as well if they get vision on him.
Yeah, but Ifrit doesn't want to use the Time Warp forward to look for it. He doesn't know who else is around. Meanwhile, the aggression in the bot and the mid lane rather is stopped as Happy just pushes the Ember Spirit back.
Yeah, I think TNC is just happy with their farm. That's all they're doing, just farming and chilling. They don't really care that much about these small pickoffs. They're waiting for their BKB on Troll. The Maelstrom on Ember is now completed. He has those drums. The RP is there, and he's gonna have Blink in, what, 250 gold? So overall, if you are a TNC, you're just waiting. You're just farming and trying to create as much space as possible.
Well, you've proven the concept, right? You've proven that you can buy this time and get rewards out of it, because that one big team fight where 5 people got wiped for Barrack swing the gold so much that TNC have been in the driving seat since. Despite losing all those stacks, despite the aggression, despite how well Barrack seemed to have started this game, now they look like they're struggling.
Now they're gonna smoke up, but CK isn't really a hero they want to run into.
Not with those drums, not with the stat gains. He's quite a hefty boy. He definitely works that.
Maybe this mid lane on Troll, but you can see how passive he is with his farm. He's just sitting behind the trees, behind the tower. He's not really going in at all.
This is the kind of the benefit of a Magnus lineup, right? With all these melee heroes, is you put the pressure on your opponent to do something, because as you just said, they're happy to farm because they know they're going to clear much quicker than Barrack can.
Barrack, he did itemize on Void, Ifrit itemized with the Midas, so he's going to keep up with farm, definitely. Kunkka, however, does not have that Midas, so he's going to fall off slightly. He has that Halberd to work with, but Doesn't really farm a whole lot.
He's got decent farm speed with the Tidebringer, but he wants more than that. Gabby will get the tower. They throw out the bow already. And actually on this backside, Stagstorm connects on Armel. And the Chrono as well with the Roll of Thunder. Everything thrown in just for that kill. They'll move across on the Shadow Demon as well. AU stunned up, will go down. Phantasm activate, drag it into the Roll of Thunder though. And Armel with the buyback hits straight in and they just evaporate the Void. Gone for 45 seconds. The buyback seems worth it so far. Can they find additional value? They can. They move forward on the Heartbeat. He will fall down. Searing Chains holds him in place. Armel taking a lot of damage. The all's up in the air. Won't buy him enough time. Heartbeat tries to turn around. No, he gets a stun. Ember, he goes down. That's going to be a dieback. They get the kill on the Shrek. They might find Spaceman as a follow-up, but the X drawback's going to be there from Azure. Locks Gabby on the spot. Going to move around. Swashbuckle across. Stance him up. RP on the 2. Meanwhile, Spaceman does go down. Cuckoo going to move across. Battle Trance activate, but there's the disarm coming out. Troll Ward won't last long on him. It's got the stats resistance to work with. Azure moving away. The strong drawback with the use in the air. Going to allow time for Godlike to move away, and Azure ends up on the low ground due to the skewer. Boats coming out. It's been that long of a fight. Gabby will be connected on the node. The disruption comes out. AU saves the day. Azure with the TP away attempt. He'll just about make it. A little bit too close.
Actually, overall, when you consider this fight, it could have went a bit better for TNC if Ember didn't buy back there and die back. But I don't know. I don't think you're super satisfied. Your troll did survive, and with that, he's gonna have a BKB in the next fight, so you're gonna be able to go take down Rosh. While on the side of Barracx, you used basically everything you have on that Ember, and you didn't manage to kill him. But after that, you just got wiped, so a little bit of back and forth fight, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty messy as well in the mid part of that fight for TNC, right? With the way they dragged into the Phantasm getting caught by the Roll of Thunder like that. But that instant buyback from Armel did allow him to turn around, and that Yule's pick up that we were like, how is he going to use this?
Yeah, that Yule's was really great there, honestly. I wanted to comment on that too. Like, that Yule's completely proved itself, the item build, as the correct item build, as he just killed Ember. Ember died back because of that. Right? He just heals himself, and that damage that he dishes out is just amazing. Plus, it gives him mana regen to work with, so he can actually use his spells.
Let's not ignore the fact it was kind of greed from Armel as well, right? He had time to back away, and now he wants to move straight forward into Ifrit. They're going to Searing Chains, lock him with spot, skew it back. Time Warp isn't going to be able to be used right now. They'll just burn straight through him. And guess who's in the Roche pit already? Your friendly neighborhood troll.
Yeah, this is basically it. And the Roche is already on 50% HP. They're gonna try and scout it out with Torrent to go in, but
they may be a little bit too late.
Yeah, this is very difficult for them.
Actually, Gabby's not quite quick enough. They can disrupt this. Look at him even right now. Boat's going to be there. Gabby wants to finish off. They do have the disrupt to work. Disrupt's going to come up. BKB from Gabby. They're going to go to work. They're trying not to get rid of Rose quick enough. The buyback's going to be there. Chrono doesn't connect on the Gabby though. No! They haven't locked him in place. He picks up the Aegis and he'll be able to pick up the kills as well. Going to move straight out. Godlike does get the wrong thunder going, but Huffy getting super low will go down. They will lock the troll in place, but they need to move away. Cuckoo just zone them out from behind. Godlike can escape, but guess who can't? The supports and the Void as well. The RP connects on a free! It holds them all in place. The Void goes down. All the buybacks being committed, but it's looking a little too late. Huffy comes out, but he's all alone in the middle of no man's land. And when you stand in no man's land, don't be surprised when everyone starts taking shots at you.
Ultra kill for Armel. And all those buybacks really didn't work out as they couldn't. It all started with... I mean, they went into the pit, and it was right because Void had buyback. But at the same time, that Chrono just didn't connect like the way it needed to. And I see what he was doing. He was trying to Chrono the troll, but not his teammates there. But
it's so close as well.
It was very close because Shadow Demon was next to him, so he had to act like instantly. If he doesn't act instantly, the Shadow Demon can disrupt it. So he was trying to Chrono the troll, but and not Chrono the Rosh as well, so that his teammates can kill it and take ages. But it just didn't work out for them, sadly. And after that, it was a disaster. They bought back the trolls, so they're thinking, all right, guys, we all have to... I'm sorry, they bought back the Void, so they're like, all right, guys, we all have to buy back now. We're committed. We have to fight. They buy back and they lose the fight completely.
And it looked like Kunkka was just being greedy, right? He wanted to try and wait for a range switch from Gabby to get that long disarm, but Gabby didn't hesitate. The BKB came out, and it just felt like once that was activated, there was no reason for Barracx to be in the pit. They couldn't be in the pit. Now they lose a lot of their base. That's right. It's going to be 2 lanes down. Ignore the fact the range racks in the mid is still standing. No one cares about that.
Yeah, it's 2 sides down, basically.
They still have an egg as well. They can just go again, right?
You didn't even deal with the ages, so...
What's the big move? What's the big solution? This is the last hurrah smoke, right?
Well, they need some crazy chrono, but look at Troll. He's just baiting. He's just waiting where he knows they're gonna come from. Has BKB ages. If they initiate on him, they lose the fight.
Not only that, it's got blink as well.
Fight, yeah, they win the small fight, but they lose the game.
Oh, he's blinking in right now. Huffy will throw out the Yules, can follow up the stump, but doesn't want it. He just wants to move away. Doesn't like that stats resistance. That's scary. Oh, disruption interrupts the Royal Thunder. And now the Sidestorm does go down on the Shadow Demon alone. But you do lose Pangolier in the meantime. They still haven't quite killed off AU. The Purge is going to come out, holds the 0 in place. The RP connects on the 2, the boat through, drags them even deeper into the zone. Spaceman stays alive, but not for long. And Azure running out HP fast will go down. Siren chains across the lockdown from Armel. Perfect. He used the chrono, but guess who you didn't catch? Gabby. It's going to be a TP away. Interrupt the disruption. It looks like this might be over. They'll lose the Void and they'll lose the Leshrac too. GG comes out.
Yeah, this is just game. I saw what Barracks were trying to do in that last fight with all the buybacks, but it felt wrong instantly. Perhaps if they didn't waste all their buybacks, maybe they can kind of scale better with the itemization, with the items, but after you've wasted all buybacks in that rush fight and chrono and everything, you're just gonna lose, especially because you didn't manage to take anything out of it. You just gave an ultra kill to Ember. You didn't take the Aegis, you didn't kill the Aegis, so... Yep, TNC is just outmaneuvering them a little bit. Even though Barracks did play really well, they acted accordingly to those stacks early on. Later on in the game, TNC just played a little bit better, I think. Utilized the map a bit better, farmed, waited their time, while Barracks didn't really pressure them, didn't really hunt them through the jungle. And once those items are up, Blink Dagger on Magnus, BKB on Troll, you're just done for. The Void alone cannot do a whole lot. He needs to chrono the Shadow Demon plus the target that he wants to chrono. And it did happen once, but once is not enough.
I think there's two highlightable points, right, that really stand out in the match. There's that 5-man wipe initially with a 3-man RP near the tier 1 on Radiant side. And then there was that fluff chrono. And, well, I say fluff. It's a little bit unfair to say it, but at the same time, his main goal, as you said, was to catch the troll, but not his team, and he failed. But that does mean that TNC already one game up. And in fairness, the way this game was starting, it looked like Barracks could actually maybe take it. Do we think this is maybe a difference, a kind of preview into like the experience of TNC compared to Barracks?
Yeah, I think so. I think TNC is just a team on a little bit bigger of a level, right? So Barracks can definitely take a game off of them, but it's gonna be difficult, and maybe they just have to just play a bit faster. If you have this one chrono to work with, I don't think that works for you. I think you need to at least itemize in a different way on this Void, so that you can jump in all the time, so that you can fight all the time, because it looked like they struggled. At one point, they just gave in. They caved in, and giving that much space to TNC always comes back and bites you.
Well, short break, then back for game 2 to see if one of the prides of SEA can continue to stomp, or if Indonesian Dota can strike back. Stay tuned.